It is time. We are back. Football Friday has returned for the 2022 high school season. It was a beautiful night for competition out on the gridiron with all 6 of our local teams being challenged in non-conference matchups. Let's get to the action from the opening week of games. We begin with the 2021 DVC champions, the Naperville North Huskies, who welcomed Homewood Flossmoor, one of the most consistently strong programs in the state. The Huskies looking to build on last year's playoff appearance this fall. 10-6 Naperville North in the second quarter. Homewood Flossmoor looking to make a play on a QB draw, but the North defense collapses as Luke Keogh helps knock the ball loose and makes the recovery. A couple moments later, Northwestern commit Aiden Gray buys some time before finding a wide-open Brock Petaway in the corner of the end zone, who makes a great play to get a foot down in bounds. Huskies lead 16-6. In the fourth quarter, Gray shows off his running ability once again, as well as his escape act. The senior breaks several tackles and sprints to the sidelines, picking up over 25 yards in the process. Later in the game, Gray shows off the arm as he drops a pass perfectly into the outstretched arms of Luke Petaway, who hauls in the touchdown. Naperville North in control the entire second half, going on to start the year with an impressive 40-21 victory. Neuqua Valley won 10 games a season ago and made it all the way to the 8A quarterfinals. To start their season, the Wildcats making the short trip over to Oswego High School to face the always competitive Panther program. Midway through the first quarter, Mark Metea with a perfectly placed pass to Grant Larkin. A 36-yard TD strike between 2 of the area's best puts the Cats up 7-0. Later in the half, Oswego forced a punt. Another Neuqua senior, Carter Stair, takes the ball and makes his way through the Oswego special teams, 65 yards for the touchdown. Despite 3 first-half turnovers, Neuqua leads 14-3 at the break. Into the third quarter, Metea with his second touchdown pass of the night. Carter Stair on the receiving end of this one from 12 yards out. Neuqua Valley closes things out from there, adding a touchdown run from Jaden McGee. Big defensive lineman Justin Crawford makes his presence felt all night with 3 quarterback sacks for the Blue and Gold, who improved to 1-0. Naperville Central and Hinsdale Central in Week 1 has practically become an annual tradition at this point. This year it's the Red Hawks hosting the Red Devils, as Naperville Central looks to make back-to-back postseason appearances this year. The game is tied at 3-3 in the first half. Hinsdale Central ready to punt, but the snap is too high. Great hustle by Gavin Wade to win the race to the ball and fall on top of it for a special teams touchdown. Red Hawks take a 10-3 lead. Naperville Central still leading in the fourth quarter. This Red Devils pass is tipped and intercepted by Ryan Spikerman. Big plays from the Red Hawk D all night. That leads to this deep toss to the end zone from Chris McCormack. A strike from the football and baseball star to receiver Christopher Byrne, who makes a great catch through contact. Naperville Central fired up to start the season with a big-time 28-9 win over Hinsdale Central. Saubonsie Valley also playing in Oswego to start the season. The Warriors with a very short bus ride to Oswego East, taking on the Wolves, who defeated Saubonsie to start the season a year ago. Opening quarter of the game, Oswego East quarterback Trey Jones connects with Michael Polominski for a 31-yard touchdown. The Wolves strike first and lead 7-0. Trailing 14-0 in the third quarter, and Dub B needs a spark. This will work. Luke Elsey with a 74-yard throw and catch to Tyler Threat. And just like that, the Warriors cut the lead in half and trail 14-7. But that is as close as Saubonsie would get. Tyler Bibbs adds a pair of second-half touchdown runs for Oswego East. The Wolves run away to victory by a 35-7 score over the Warriors. The Mustangs of Metea Valley were one of the most improved local teams a year ago, but will have a new look roster this fall. MV travels to Geneva to begin the slate in 2022. The Vikings get on the board first. Quarterback Nate Stemkowski drops a nice pass into the arms of Tylen Taylor, who makes the grab despite tough coverage for the touchdown. In the second quarter, Mustangs down double digits. Some great misdirection here as quarterback Nate Larson fools the defense, looking left before finding Robert Lynch wide open to his right. Lynch sprints into the end zone untouched to get Metea back in the game. Into the third quarter now, Larson drops back to pass as Metea is in the red zone. The senior avoids the rush and fires into the corner, and once again Robert Lynch is there to make the catch. Second touchdown from that duo in the game. But too much offense for Geneva as the Mustang defense was not able to get enough stops to pull out the win. Troy Velez with a touchdown run here as the Vikings take a 49-23 Week 1 win over Metea Valley. Our final Week 1 highlight is Bennett Academy from the CCL ESCC Green Division, hosting an out-of-state opponent, the Noblesville Millers from Indiana. The Red Wings starting out the year at home, but playing over at College of DuPage as opposed to the traditional home turf of Benedictine University. Early in the game, Noblesville driving. Quarterback Landon Hughes gets the Bennett defense to bite on a play action as he finds Aiden Brewer wide open for the game's first score, 7-0 Millers. Into the second half, Logan Schaffner takes the handoff up the middle. He appears to be stuffed, but spins free and breaks into the open field for the long TD run. Millers go up 14-0. Later in the third quarter, new Bennett starting quarterback Jacob Heupel fakes a handoff and throws to Owen Takahashi, who takes a hit and dives into the end zone for the score. Red Wings down 14-6 after 3. Final minutes of the game, Bennett down 21-13 after a Michael Lawler touchdown run. Heupel unloads a deep ball on the move, and he finds Rocky Rosanova down near the 20-yard line. Red Wings in business. Bennett gets inside the 5 when it's 4th and goal. Heupel looking to make a play, rolling to his right, but the Millers defense gets pressure and knocks the pass away. The comeback bid falls just short for the Red Wings as Noblesville hangs on for a 21-13 win. Our first look at the standings here in the DVC, and it's already the same 3 teams as last year back on top. Naperville North, Naperville Central, and Neuqua, the 3 playoff teams from 2021, all starting 1-0. DeKalb begins the year with a loss as well to Sycamore. In the CCL ESCC Green Division, Notre Dame wins over Willowbrook, while Nazareth escapes Kankakee by a rarely seen score of 2-0. St. Rita falls to Mount Carmel and drops to 0-1 along with Bennett. Looking at the ESCC CCL Green schedules next week, all 4 teams will be playing at home. Bennett Academy welcomes Moline, who will be making a lengthy road trip next Friday night, while St. Rita has a primo matchup with Brother Rice. The DVC has another week of non-conference action. Neuqua Valley welcomes Wheaton-Warrenville South, and Waubonsie Valley hosts St. Charles East. Naperville North is on the road taking on former DVC rival Glenbard North. Naperville Central travels to Plainfield North, while Metea Valley heads to Lockport. So good to have high school football back on the docket. Thank you so much for tuning in. It should be an exciting fall season ahead. We'll see you next time for the Week 2 highlights. For Football Friday, I'm Justin Cornwell.